knock. I am Count Mozart. Welcome to the Count Mozart Show. To those of you who are new, the Count Mozart Show is about love, truth, information, music, entertainment, and some things that may disturb you, like tonight. But I must remind you, it is your show. And our 2-month anniversary is coming up, believe it or not. And we are on the move together. But I want to remind you about something that I've brought up time and time and time again, and it is your energy. Because your energy is, or energy itself is the key to all things, and it is something that is also being used against you, your own energy. And I want to touch on a couple subjects tonight of words and subjects that have disappeared from your vocabulary and your society. Extrasensory perception being one of them. Telekinesis being another one of them. Really experimental projects with you in mind in a positive way have disappeared from your view, really. It is a shame, but there's a reason for this. For what I want you to do, so I know it sounds like I'm giving you homework already, but it's just before we get into it, I want you to start researching declassified documents pertaining to these things: telekinesis, mind control, extrasensory perception, etc., etc. And you will see what Count Mozart is talking about. This has gone on for a very, very long time in every country. And there are people with very special talents who are able to do what is called remote viewing. And you know, this exists. It exists, people. I don't know where you are in the world, but Count Mozart loves you, and I'm teaching you something. And these things exist. Do you know your planet has a north and south pole? You know, polarity. You know, all this. Electromagnetic fields that control a lot. Your microwave technology, radio waves, super important. You know, after the Second World War, your humanity was on a really good path in a way. Well, prior to that, I should say, it was on a good path with electromagnetic energy when it came to your health and your health care. And then it's the proverbial fork in the road, where instead of going the electromagnetic way, they went the pharmaceutical way, and you have never recovered. So, you know, your bones can be healed. Your wounds can be healed. Diseases with no cure can be healed. You know this, don't you? You think Count Mozart lies? I never lie. You look at those documents, and you will understand what I mean. And maybe I'll pop them up as we talk. I probably will. The projects like HAARP, 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 and things like that. These projects that involve your ionosphere and what happens to you because of these things. And it was all by design. You know, it affects your biology. ELF is another, ELF. You know, these are very extremely low frequencies that they are using now on you. You know, and it's through your phones, and it's forever, and it's getting worse and worse. They do not need chips to put in your brain, Elon. These are all things, magic tricks. You know, a magician has a little trick up his sleeve, you know, and they show you something, and there's a sleight of hand, and that's what's going on there. They can. You've heard of the Manchurian Candidate, yeah? You know, they can control people. Look at movies. You know, a lot of movies are based on real, because, you know, the people that are in charge of your life love that stuff. It's sticking in your face. Plus it desensitizes you too. You know, it's like at one point in war, they would take these soldiers and they would use these mental hijinks on them to remove the trouble of war in their brain, but not to help them. It's to desensitize them, and then they don't remember, and then they don't teach people that war is bad, and war is bad. But with a Manchurian candidate, you can take somebody and remotely control them. You think I'm lying? Not with remote control, but it's energy. And even have them see things and hear things. And you go take a look. And like I said, I might post a couple of these things for you. But, you know, it's once we start going down this rabbit hole, you might not like what you see. Count Mozart does not like what he sees. But I take on the burden for you. How's that? But I have to also share it, because you have to know what your world is about. When a Central Intelligence Agency spokesman comes out and tells you that they can control the weather. Did you know that they can control the weather? I mean, this, you know, hello, Doppler weather, you know what Doppler is. Go look that up. Again, I try to condense things for you because I know on YouTube I have a brief time to get it out. Like one day we could do 2 hours long and have a guest speaking with me. The interviews are coming up. But we'll have guests and on these topics. So it's going to be awesome. You know, this is like in America, you had a show called Seinfeld. You know, in the beginning, a couple of episodes of Seinfeld, a character like that crazy hair guy, Kramer, was nothing like he became, because this is called development stage, you see. And things get, they just form, like we are forming together. And, you know, like I say, our 2-month anniversary is coming up here, only 2 months, and take a look at where we're going together. We will rule the world together with peace and love, and I promise you this. I have never been so sure of something in my life. But your CIA, ex-CIA director is still involved. I tell you what, I'm just going to play a little clip, okay? And we talk after. So here you go.
Another example is the array of technologies, often referred to collectively as geoengineering, that potentially could help reverse the warming effects of global climate change. One that has gained my personal attention is stratospheric aerosol injection, or SAI, a method of seeding the stratosphere, because SAI alone would not remove greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. On the geopolitical side, the technology's potential to alter weather patterns and benefit certain regions of the world at the expense of other regions could trigger sharp opposition by some nations.
Okay, so that was your John Brennan, another massive liar. And because you know what those agencies are. They're spy agencies. Hello. You know, that word disinformation that you've learned, just it sounds like it just popped out of thin air. No, they put it out there. You know, it's just very mind games, and you know, and of course that's what that is. You know, what do you think of movies like The Bourne Identity, where you have spies? Fact, they have a spy, they can send that spy, they go into deep hypnosis, they implant things either remotely or physically sometimes, it is true, they still do. And the person goes and he lives in a different country for a while, and even if they get caught, they'll have no idea the past life. They won't be able to say anything because they can't, because it's like they're being controlled. So when they get back to the controllers can say the word, boom, it's like a password, and then they start spilling the beans. And these, you know, this is, guys, come on, you got to wake up to this. This is your life. Now, what's happening is many out there, I'm not saying you specifically, but many are, they are called lukewarm. What do I mean by lukewarm? That means that you don't take a stand ever. You know something's wrong, perhaps, but you go along with it anyway. You know, people have more respect for people who are even evil. I do. I have respect for someone who's like, I'm going to be bad, and that's it, and I'm coming after you. You know what? I respect it. And then on my side, I'm good, and I'm going to come right after you, too. And I ain't never going to quit. In fact, I'm going to win. So those two are respected by both sides. It's respecting your opponent. But the ones in the middle, you don't want to be there. You are called fodder. You are cannon fodder. You are less than zero to them. everybody's less than zero to them anyway, but that's it. And so keep putting bumper stickers on of your favorite person and this and that who you think is going to rule your life and da-da-da-da-da, and then see what it gets you. It's going to get you nowhere. But you still, it's like you're still chasing your tail, okay? And but I wanted to talk real quick again about this this control that they're doing, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse until we stop it. Well, you stop it. I'm just, the messenger. So you have this ionosphere, and you again, you have the North and South Poles, and they have these things where they can pulse the ionosphere, and like a ring in a bell, bing, and then it vibrates, and it comes down, and it can be done anywhere. It could be directed anywhere, and it can affect you. So if you think, oh, wow, why is everybody in such a crabby mood? Sometimes there's a reason. It ain't just chemical, you know what I mean? So I want you to look these things up. And this has been going on for years and years and years and years. So that's one thing. But again, what are they doing? They're using your energy. What have I said to you? Ever since Count Mozart began, your energy is everything. Your energy, and that is why we need to come together. When I say we almost creators all come together, not creators who are, making paper mache or something like this on a YouTube video. I mean, that's not really going to get us anywhere, if you know what I mean. But people who are exposing the truth and having the courage to do so, and just how hard is that? Is that very hard in your life? Is it? I think it's harder to get up and go to your salt mines, and have them take away all your money, half your paycheck. I mean, isn't that a little harder? Or lose a loved one to a cancer, which is created. This isn't some organic thing. You're being fed garbage. You're being hurt on your cellular level. Speaking of cellular, let's talk about our plant friends. Because don't be bored by this. It's been taken out of your life. No one talks about this. I want to talk about something that I saw, because I've been watching your culture for a very long time. And there was a time where they used to do documentaries, and they do wonderful shows on real scientific things and real true things, like plants and how plants feel. And it's scientifically tested. So without further ado, let's watch a quick clip of that, which I think you'll really enjoy. Here it is.
Water levels were kept the same in both. Temperature and lighting were identical. Only one element was different. Semi-classical music was played into one. Hard rock into the other. In the chamber with soft music, the plants leaned toward the speaker, seeming to draw strength from the melodious sounds. With rock music, the plants shrank away and eventually died. Time-lapse photography represents the reactions of the plants over several days. The results are unmistakable.
Now that was an old show. That was your Leonard Nimoy America. That was your Captain Spock. What a great actor. But he really did a wonderful show back then, and taught people things, and good things, not things that are not true, and things that make no sense. It's called inversion now. Good is bad, bad is good, ugly is pretty, come on, So, doesn't that spark something in you? It should, because this is a new awakening. We're into a new time here. I feel nothing. I love you all, and I'm very excited to share this information with you, because it is important that you learn that you are being taken advantage of, and it's not right. And if we connect together, not only on a spiritual level, on it's that energy level. We are. I'm telling you, when we do this, we will control this. We will control this world in the most beautiful way. Those inventions of good will be used for good, not for weapons, not for war. Did you see in that one video of that beautiful man with such a beautiful face, right? I mean, even the face is like, you know, it's just it's the countenance of this negativity. That it's just a mere billions of dollars a year. Whose fault is that? Mere billions of dollars. You imagine what $1 billion could do for people who are in pain, or sick, or laying on your streets, who need mental health help? Am I speaking a different language to you? Nein. I'm speaking human language, which is to love one another. And we are not. We are not. We are not. So you know what happens when you don't love one another and you follow liars, thieves, killers, maniacs, and evil. You cease to exist. So I know I'm coming along a little heavy tonight, and I apologize. But it's something every once in a while I'll be as light as a feather, and then I'll come after you like Muhammad Ali. And I will never stop. I'm relentless. And I will take the hits for you. I will take the blows for you. That's kind of who Count Mozart is. I've created the greatest music, perhaps ever, for you. What more can I do for you? Well, I can teach you things that you do not know, or at least I can entertain you. It's very important that we just stick together, okay? So I just want to say to you all, you know it's coming. I love you. And thank you for listening. And thank you hearing and listening and understanding. Because you are powerful. You have the answers to the universe within your soul, in your spirit. You are passing it on, but you must pass on the right information. If you pass on the wrong information, it'll die. So I want to say to you all, I love you. I'll be back soon, I promise. I have much more to share with you. We have much more going on behind the scenes of my castle, and it is wonderful news. I'm very excited. But as you can see, right now, I did a little research in Count Mozart. Not so happy. But because I love you. It's like you're a child. You're my children almost, And imagine someone hurting one of your children, okay? So I will fight for you. I promise. I promise. You have my promise. I will fight for you. Let's do this together, okay? So, without further ado, I love you all. I shall return.